It's time for a video using an example here on my iPad of what is visual exhaustion or visual fatigue, specifically in reading and 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 repetitive actions over and over and over and over. We're gonna delve deep into a real life example where I am looking at jobs. Now these all say stock associate, which is like stocking shelves in a store. And you think, isn't that exhausting too? Well, if you saw your girl over here I am, right? Good. If you saw your girl at the thrift store for my church, you'd see me beat bopping around that store like nobody's business. Apparently, I'm hardworking to the point where I'm just stocking clothes and stocking shelves, and the other people in the thrift store, like, they're working too. They're like, wow, you work hard. I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to make it look like you can't keep up. Maybe I should slow down, because if their thrift store's messy, I frankly bump into things. But I'm looking at jobs for stock associate. So I look, see where it is, thumb it down if I don't like it. I look, why does that title have to be so long? I don't want to read all that. If I don't like it, thumb it down. So it starts off easy. Michael Stores. Stoneham. Oh, it starts off easy. I just read the details. I don't like it, thumb it down, goodbye. Not good with pets. But eventually, one, I have to read the title. Two, the location and city are like dimmer, light gray, contrast, terrible-esque text. And then I have to look over here to the thumb it down, or freaking get pissed off if it glitches like that. What did you just do, man? What did you just do? Hey. Oh, great. Now I have a low battery. Hold on, visually impaired. I'm gonna pause the video and solve these technical problems. This is part of visual fatigue, by the way. When your iPad glitches, or you have a dead battery, or just having to deal with technology settings. There's no history? I was just on 2 browsers, and you're telling me there's no history? Okay, and I lost my, the handbook for my Bible study, but whatever, I'll get it back. No, alright, back to the task at hand, with my eyes slightly mild and moderately exhausted. So what I was saying earlier is the top text is black, all nicey nice, and then the lower text is gray. Looks better on my phone, but to my retina, oi, it's light. Sometimes I have to turn the brightness up on my iPad, and hoping that the text will actually look darker by comparison. Sometimes that doesn't work. So I look, I don't like it, thumb it down, and I had to do this over and over and over, and eventually I'll get that drowsy feeling, and I'll get that I don't want to read it anymore feeling. And then I'll have to take a break. or I won't want to touch this stuff ever again. Now, sometimes people think, okay, it's all in all caps. That's good. Visually impaired people sometimes need bold, all caps. Although, in a way, sometimes all caps is worse, because, like, all the letters are capitalized. There's no distinguish between the capital and lowercase letters. And sometimes it looks all blended and blocky when you can't read because of visual exhaustion. Bold text, it depends on how thick the bold text is. Alright, let's see. Stocking shelves. See, I'm looking at stocking shelves related jobs because I'm good at this and I don't get paid at that thrift store, okay? Part-time. I'm not really good at shoes. It's in Saugus. Alright, what I'm gonna do is save it on the flag. I'm gonna make sure my distance vision and my depth perception are good to touch the right flag button. So used to touching the thumb down button. That's part of the visual exhaustion too. Like if you have to do something different than the normal repetitive task, it's like, wait a minute, there's a teensy smidge more of visual energy. Why do they have to make the titles of these job descriptions so long? Just for me to look down at the store location and be like, oh, I don't like that, or too far away, or yeah, I'm not really gonna work for that company. It's like, dude, don't waste my time like that. But then I go into a job I save, and I had to read the description. Hold on, let me go back up to that top one I saved from Saugus. I'll show you what I mean, the description. I was about to say, ha. Look down here. Look at the bullet points, huh? Look how light text that is compared to the description of the job in the company. It's like, on my phone it's a little better, but to my eyes, it's like night and day, dude. I mean, the text isn't like super light gray, practically white on white, but as someone with RP 6.5s, as their vision regresses and as their retina starts to not function so hot, it is as if gray text is white, which is kind of freaking scary. Because I used to be able to be like, wow, I can see gray text now after my eye surgery. But now it's going back and I read all this gray text. I'm like, oh yeah, I know what's going on. And some people are probably looking through this video screen and being like, dude, you are thumbing down these jobs fast. I'm getting to the visual fatigue point where I'm skimming. And there are times where I'm searching on the job site and I thumb something down, I'm like, oh, I gotta undo that. I didn't even read it. Because it's not because I'm not paying attention. It's because sighted people think, oh, you're not paying attention. As I get in visual fatigue and exhaustion to the point where it's like I'm just doing the thumb down over and over. And I kind of go into auto mode. Okay. Part-time. See, stalker part-time. I want to start with a part-time job. Because after 2-3 hours in the thrift store stocking shelves, oh my gosh, I get exhausted. Another reason I should probably slow down in the thrift store. But if I get a job where I'm paid, quality over quantity might be something I need to learn. So I still want to seek out a part-time job just to play it safe with the vision I'm getting used to. Though the goal as an adult is to get a full-time job eventually. But I think you visually impaired people out there who have a similar symptom set as me would understand why I'm strategizing and like contemplating whether I should establish good habits at the thrift store I'm at. Okay, they're not hiring any stalkers. Sometimes when I go to search for stalking jobs and I land on stalker, I'm like, bro, why are you calling it stalker? Makes me sound like you're gonna hire me to stalk someone. No, looks like stalking associate jobs are far and spread between each other, so there's not a lot of jobs. And I can't be a distribution warehouse person, cause those people gotta drive. Like, I go to look up stock jobs and it says need to operate and drive and I'm just like, no, full stop at drive. Stop. I'm gonna just not even look. Okay, I think I've looked through all the jobs. Plus, I'm getting moderate tired. So we're at moderate right now. And now I look at my emails. And people be like, why are you showing us this stuff? Some of this private? I'm not really that reserved of a person. So I can basically show you anything as an example of whether or not I'm visually impaired. I mean, whether or not... Wait, what? Whether or not I'm visually impaired, what? I can show you anything, whether or not it's private or not, to show an example of my visual impairment. And if I do a bunch of these tasks on a bunch of these apps, eventually my eyes will get tired. So right now I'm at moderate tired. So at moderate tired, you see all these messages on church? There's so many messages coming into my church app. I just mark them all as red. Because I'm not at severe tired. Severe tired, I go back to the YouTube video you just saw. Swipe across my screen and watch or listen to that. Because I don't have to really watch. Because it's two people talking in a podcast form. So I'm at moderate. Moderate, I start skimming things where it's like, dude, I can't read. I can't care about every single thing you have to write. There's just so many people at my church, so. There's Facebook. At moderate vision, I also, like, go into all my apps that have that red, annoying one bubble of doom and get rid of them because they annoy me. That one over here above my finger, that has to stay because that's always there because the daily challenge of my game just gives me that alert. Yeah, so the end of this video, I got to moderate visual exhaustion. Hold on. While I talk about my visual exhaustion, I'm gonna try to find that discipleship handbook thingy. It got taken away from my Safari for some reason. It's weird how they call it Internet Safari. So, while I look for that, it turns out my vision's gotten to moderate exhaustion. Hey, where's that handbook thingy? Oh, I think it's in my email. Okay, now we're in moderate to high moderate because I'm trying to find something specific and I had to check multiple apps for it. Okay, here we go. You've been added to a group. View group. Where's the frickin' handbook? There's a handbook for our Bible study. I can't find it. See how this text is so gray right here? this gray text down here could have like something important, and it doesn't, because I've read this email before. But if I didn't know better, I'd have to like lean in, not too far, because like my nearsighted, farsighted vision would be like, no. And I have to just make sure I can read it or zoom in. Is the handbook gone? Are they like, nope, never mind? It will be under resources. There's nothing there. And then I had to try to guess whether or not something's there, because I could be missing something. I assume that my contrast vision is that bad. Okay, looks like twice a month for this. Hey, where did the discipleship Deacon Tyler Danvers group handbook go? I was wanting to check that out again, because it has some good stuff, and I might want to read ahead, because there was a lot of reading for each week. We have it twice a month, so it's not under my history either. Well, maybe they're editing it, because it would be under resources. So, since all the resources are gone, my vision is at high, moderate fatigue. So for me, there are levels. There's none, mild, and it gradually goes up to high, mild, moderate, then it goes up to high, moderate, and then there's exhausted. When I get the high, moderate to just severe exhausted, I usually watch a video. And hopefully it's a video I'm already in, because to search for a video, you have to read the title, and if I'm exhausted enough, oi. So this has been my video on what is visual fatigue. So I'm gonna upload this, and I don't have my like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, share. I haven't been using those lately, because one, I just start spontaneously filming, and two, I feel like it's been kind of corny and annoying for some people, and it's very visual for a visually impaired channel. And scripture. The scripture I was looking for that handbook is Titus and Ephesians. So it's me saying Titus and Ephesians gets any Christian visually impaired or Christian people watching this to go, maybe I should brush up on my Titus and Ephesians. There we go. So until next time, I'm gonna rest my eyes with this podcast. It's almost over, but that's okay. It's just these two talking, so I don't have to look if I don't want to. That's a good advice. Do something where you don't have to look, whether it's touch, smell, hear, taste. Maybe not taste. Taste would be the last resort, because don't feed your exhaustion too much. But this is it. This has been, until next time. That's it. Bye-bye.